Hello everyone, Railgan here. Today we're having a look at the two Base Mutalisk opener versus Zerg. So in a Zerg versus Zerg matchup, I'm going to show you three different replays that will cover the three main topics that you're going to face. In game number one, we are having a look at a game between me and Dustweleon. I think he's a German guy. I'm pretty sure I saw him in the Mara League. He's going to show us how to not kill a 2-base Mutalisk player with Roachling. I mean, I'm going to show you guys how I defend against his Roachling Bane. I'm not sure if he actually builds Banes, but you're going to get the gist of it. I'm going to show you guys how I defend against the early rush attacks. Now, there are a lot of different timings, right? You can open with the Speedling Rush. You can open with a Ling Bane attack. You can open with a Roach Ling attack, Roach Bane. There's so many. You can go Roach Ravager. You can go Ling Ravager. You can go Nidus. There's a lot of different attacks, but the basics for every single attack are the same. And for the opener, we're also opening with a standard hatch gas pool, so everything is all nice and normal. You watched it a little bit from my point of view. For my camera, I'm going to speed it up to double time right now. What I'm always doing is I'm droning up. I usually build two links as well and send them across the map to scout a bit. Once I have two queens building, all larva spent, and an overlord building is when I build a spine crawler. I always build the spine crawler because I don't want to build an early baneling nest, and I don't want to build an additional queen. The additional spine helps me more in the long term. Creep spread and stuff like that is not really a thing when you're going to play the game the way I do. He is going for standard drone up, 2 drones in gas. He's gonna go for a roach attack. My first thunder gas goes into link speed. I also like to hide the spine a bit. Ideally I want to cover this part of the map, but his overlord was a bit too close, so that's why I built this spine at the back there. He's already building the roach warren. He smells what I'm cooking. He's going for a 2-base, very committed roachling attack here, so a super heavy all-in. As soon as I have 100 gas, after my link speed is when I build the lair. Now at this point in the game, when my first batch of larva drops, I usually build at least 2 more links to get some scouting done. Scouting very important. I know he doesn't have a third base. I know he doesn't have a lair. So I already know an all-in is coming, right? There isn't really a thing where you have no lair by minute 330 and nothing else really going on either. Like, you need to spend your money somewhere, right? Then I scout again, I see the lair and I'm like, okay, maybe roach speed timing. Could also be that he's trying to fake me out here. He's struggling a little bit. At home, once my lair started building, or was like a quarter of the way done, I built 2 additional gases and then get the 4th gas when these 2 gases are done. Then drones in there. I'm also building an evolution chamber, because if I scout my opponent is building an evolution chamber, I always build an evolution chamber of my own. He's gonna go for 34 drones, 2 gases, mass roach attack, mass roachling attack, and no more additional drones. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I know I have a little bit money, so I'm sending my drone over there to maybe expand. At this point, I'm assuming it's going to be a roach speed attack. I do not yet know that it's actually a committed roachling all-in of very... Well, he cancelled the lair, right? So it's like a fake out. I'm also getting the +1 melee upgrade because I saw the evolution chamber. He's now getting a carapace upgrade. I think he's gonna attack me though before that upgrade is done, but the melee upgrade will cancel out the carapace. I see him moving out. It's very important to notice that immediately, and my response is to go for a lot of spines. You want as many spines as you can build. Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as many as you can churn out. I'm gonna go for 6 spines right now. I sadly did not build a baneling nest. Kind of a mistake by me, because banelings would help me here quite a bit as well. He's getting closer. I'm sending in more spines, and now I'm gonna once my spire is done, my minerals will go into Mutalisks instead of spines. But right here, I'm just you can see how well the spines are doing. very important to space the spines out like I'm doing here. And I mean, obviously he was gonna die. He has a lot of spare money right now as well, but it's always basically the same thing, right? You build a lot of spine crawlers, you get the spire out, you always check, you need to have 2 or so spines already prepared. You can also go for a full wall off if you do feel so, if it's gonna help you. And you just want to have as many spines as you can, and then you need to defend against the attack pretty much without the Mutalisks, like I'm doing right now, and the Mutalisks are for the cleanup afterwards and to win the game. But yeah, this is the basic gist of just a defense, right? So what the key thing is, you always want to check when your opponent starts moving out. You can tell he's spending his money nicely right now. There's about as many roaches as he can get out, and he walks across the map, no lair, just building as many roaches and links as he can. The money will start piling up a bit, and you need to start building those spines immediately. Ideally even have a baneling nest ready, get a couple banes in there to blow up the links. And it's very important to space those spine crawlers out in case he has biles or banelings that you want to blow up your spines with. And it's not, you're not gonna defend mainly with the Mutalisks, you're gonna mainly defend without the Mutalisks, and the Mutalisks are for the cleanup afterwards. But it's important to have the best possible defense when he's attacking you and not just letting him run into the spine crawlers and be like, well, I mean, I hope I can get my Mutalisks out before I die, right? I'm trying really hard to not let him go into my main base past the spines. But yeah, that's it for game number 1, but we're going right on over to the next one. Alrighty, now we're playing against Mr. Che Dong style, and I'm gonna go a little bit faster through the early game because it's pretty much the same, right? You're gonna see a hatch gas pool opener by me, I believe. I'm not 100% certain of what's exactly happening in this game, but we're going to see a 2 base Mutalisk versus 2 base or 2 or 3 base Mutalisk. Right away, it's gonna be Mutalisk versus Mutalisk, 2 bases at least from my side, and we're gonna see how or what I'm focusing on to try and win the game here. Droning on both sides. 2 links are going across the map. The signature spine crawler is being built. Links go in, try to get a little bit of damage done. Sadly did not see the evolution chamber, did not see the lair. He is being very greedy, skipping the link speed in favor of a faster lair. So his spire is faster than mine. We're both opening 2 base Mutalisk in this game. I scout, I see evolution chamber, I see roach farms. I'm like, it's probably gonna be roaches, right? That's what I'm preparing for right now. Now, I see the overseer, so I know he already has a very fast lair as well. That's a nice tell. Sometimes it's not just about the seeing the building, it's also about getting the information from what you can scout otherwise. He's taking his 3rd base. I'm building spine crawlers because I fear that it's something that we saw in the previous game where I'm gonna be attacked by the roach ravager. I sent links across the map and he's gonna show me his hand. Now the disadvantage that he has because of his opener is that he's building roaches, and roaches cause gas, whereas links do not cause gas. He does know that I'm going to be Spire, which I don't know, so he already starts the carapace upgrade, which is going to be a pretty big advantage for him. My goal is to keep him from taking 3 bases. My Mutalisks are out, immediately clearing the overlords. Now I see his Mutalisk. I'm not very happy about that scout. I immediately fire up my carapace. In Mutalisk versus Mutalisk games, you really want that carapace. I'm also immediately getting those gases, and his 3rd base is done while mine isn't. So he can start droning up his 3rd base. He's mining additional gases, which I'm not trying to disturb with my Mutalisk. I know my Mutalisk count is just a little bit higher right now, but his upgrade is gonna be done very soon because he expected me to be going Mutas while I didn't know what he was going for. Sending the overlords to the corners or away from the main fight, so I can keep those alive. Getting intel, like by having an overlord over here, is quite nice. Sending links in, I see that he's now switching over to a link production, so we're going for a more or less semi build. If we look at the advantage that I have, it's that I have a +1 melee upgrade, so my links are a little bit stronger. The spines that I built are now getting placed. I want one spine in my natural and the other spines at my third base, where he's most likely to attack. Main thing right now is maximize the gas income. You can't have too few drones on the minerals either, but the gas income is very, very important. He has a higher drone count right now. He's already has the +2 carapace on the way, which is not good for me at all. And he also has more workers because of the because I invested into spines. I delayed my third base as I expected an all-in, so I got mind gamed, but that doesn't mean that I'm giving up. I'm not trying to hit him with baneling attacks. Speed banelings are very useful in this matchup. My overlords tell me where his army is going. It's quite nice that I still have those alive. I want my banelings to... So first of all, you defend against the links constantly, right? You always need a couple links around. Then you want to keep the Mutalisks away from where you want to attack your opponent with links. That's what I'm focusing on. You want to upgrade your carapace upgrades because it will... Attack upgrades do not give Mutalisk additional damage with each bounce, but the carapace upgrade makes it so every bounce of your opponent's Mutalisk does less damage. So, one attack upgrade +1 attack, +1 damage, one carapace upgrade -3 damage taken. Carapace much better. My opponent is expanding very aggressively. He does still have a worker lead. If we check the Mutalisk count, he also has a lead on the Mutalisk. He's now morphing Ravagers. I'm trying to get some damage done. I do have an advantage by having way more links than him, right? When you play the game in this matchup, it's always important to focus on where are your advantages. We both play the same race. I know by clicking on his units, he has no attack upgrade on the links. So that is my advantage. My Zerglings are stronger. And that's what I want to play with. So I'm attacking him on many different places with links. If I just send in the links just die. But if I attack him with Mutalisks at the same time and get his Mutalisks to pull away, then my links can try to do damage to him. So that is what we're seeing here, right? Where my links are getting kill after kill. If you check the worker kill count, I now have a worker advantage. Meanwhile, at home, as I said, spines are ready. I know either he's gonna attack me at the natural or the third base. So the spine crawlers are doing an amazing job. And now suddenly the tables have turned, right? Not only is he losing mining time, not mining gas, he also lost a lot of workers. So he now has fewer mineral mining because I'm using my advantage. His advantage right now is that he has the +2 carapace already done while mine is still building. So now he wants to be aggressive with the Mutalisk and fight me. Mutalisk count-wise we are even, but that upgrade means that I can't really fight him very well. I'm gonna try to pick off some here, but this is not the way I want to fight him. A lot of his Mutalisks are still flying in, so you always want to stutter step a bit, and this is the way you want to be positioned, right? My Mutalisks on the left side, fighting his low HP Mutalisks on the left side, and my bounces are doing a lot of damage here. That is exactly the fight that I needed. If we go back just a little bit, let's have a look at the units lost. Before the fight, he lost 700 resources more. Let's see how the fight goes, or rather 500. Let's see how the fight goes. You can also have links underneath the Mutalisk because the bounce is going over to the links as well. So you take a little bit less damage. But you can tell the fight, it's going about even, right? I was also attacking him over here. So it wasn't about an even trade despite the upgrade advantage because I had more Mutalisks in the fight. And my Mutalisks were positioned in a way where I could kill his low HP Mutalisks. The danger is if your Mutalisks converge, you can stutter step your Mutalisks and kite and shoot, you know, like Mutalisks can almost shoot while attacking like Phoenix do, if you micro them well. I need to get rid of those banelings, so my links can do a lot of damage. A little bit of a miss micro there, but my Mutalisk count is now way higher. While he was building links as reinforcements, I invested into Mutalisks, so I figured, Well, if I'm building all these Mutalisks while he is building Lings, then I will have more Mutalisks in the fight. He might have more Mutalisks after the fight, but during the fight I can take a favorable engagement. I'm not a fan of him having this base at all. That's a rich Vespene Geyser base, so a lot more gas for him. I'm trying to see if I can do any damage. Always nice if I could pick off some Geyser of his or some drone. One drone dead. Every kill matters, you know. Speaking of every kill matters, really annoying here again. Injects are being missed by me as well. Worker count wise, we are about even. I'm getting attack upgrades now on my Mutalisks. Focusing down that Spore Crawler with my Lynx. Going in for a fight. Let's see how many units he's sending. No, I have my Plot 2 Carapace done, so I figured I might be able to take a good fight there. But it was just barely a good fight, but I'm holding on to this base here, just barely. I built quite a few more drones, so now if I lose this base, I'm gonna be oversaturated at my other bases. That's not what I want, so I expect that this base will go down. Immediately take this base. I should put drones into the gas here as well, but there's always a lot of things you should do. I'm trying to find holes in his defense constantly. Sending my Lynx over here, so he pulls his Mutalisks away, then my Mutalisks go to this space. Spore Crawlers are very dangerous though, so there is that. He's killing my my queens right here. But yeah, units lost twice, he's losing a little bit more while I'm mining more, so I'm slowly pulling ahead right now. He's killing this base, kind of annoying. Trying to go for a kill on the base down here as well. Now I'm back down to 3 bases. Meanwhile, he's being very aggressive with his Lynx, so I found a hole where I could kill some of his workers. It's a you're constantly battling with your knives, you know, it's a knife fight here. Oh, this is what you want, right? Let's have a quick look at this again. So when you're going in with your Mutalisk, you always want your opponent to not focus on the Mutas, and then you pull a couple of his Mutalisks away. And, get some free shots in, a couple free kills and move away, right? I killed some of his Mutalisks while I lost none. And then I just immediately retreat, I focus on defense again. I know he is moving around here. Killing Lynx, very, very important. Killing Lynx is like killing drones. Every 2 Lynx that you kill is a drone kill. So you, cost and larva wise. Killing that rich Vespene Geyser here, huge, right? Not only did I kill the workers, also that Geyser I think mines 50% faster, I'm not quite sure, but it mines a lot faster than a normal Geyser, so you don't want your opponent to get that gas income. But on this map you have to first empty these mineral patches before you can start mining the gas. But you see, like, you constantly produce Mutalisk, you produce Lynx, I get upgrades, you kind of slow down a little bit on the upgrades. Spore Crawlers are very huge here. Once again, the same mistake. Like, you make 1 or 2 of these mistakes. If you're too inactive with your Mutalisk, you lose. If you try to switch to Hive, Investor, Vipers too early, you lose. Or also if you get pulled apart like this, he wants to be aggressive, right? If we look at it from his point of view, he looks at his Lynx for a second here. Boom, 2-3 Mutalisks are dead because his clump got split up. Then he tries to stutter step, his Mutalisks attack the Lynx instead of my Mutalisks, and he just starts bleeding. Here once again, some Mutalisks fight my Lynx, my Mutalisks were able to fight his Mutalisks, and like that I'm now up 8 Mutalisks, and you're gonna see soon what happens once you get a Mutalisk lead while also being even or ahead on upgrades. Not very pretty. It's being kept alive by these Spore Crawlers. Now I'm looking for a hole in his defense. There's so many things going on, right? Like, you can look at the game and be like, well, nothing is happening, Railgan, but I always have to defend all of these bases. I always need to be ready for counterattacks by his Zerglings. I need to attack him with my Lynx to know where his Lynx are. And then we patiently wait. You look at the Mutalisk count, 48 to 25. I'm getting ready here. Kite him away, 2 or 3 pot shots. I'm scared now. My Mutalisk count is so high that what if he just starts adding Vipers or Infestors? I know I have to take a fight now. I know on 4 bases he could be able to do that. And if we look at it now, I end up with 52 Mutalisk. I go into the fight with 48, and he has 28 Mutalisk. Like, it absolutely spirals out of control. 55 to 30 Mutalisk. 3 Mutalisk of mine died. I lose 3 Mutalisk, 4 Mutalisk in this fight, and I kill 30. Because they just scale so incredibly well. So, we have one more to go, guys. Now the really fun one. Now you might ask yourself, but Railgan, what if my opponent is not going for Mutalisk, is not going to all-in me, and I don't want to go Mutaling Bane forever either, right? You can just Mutaling Bane, rush him forever. And that's what we're having a look at in this game. So it's a bit of a longer game, and I'm speeding things up here a little bit once again. Hatch gas pool opener. Gonna build the wrong place. I'm building this tank crawler. Building an evolution chamber, getting +1 melee. My opponent is also building an evolution chamber. My opponent is rushing me with links here, going for 3 bases. As my opponent is rushing me this time around, I'm defending with evolution chamber here and a baning nest here. Blocking everything off completely. I cancelled the baning nest instead of the evolution chamber. Happens to the best of us. But yeah, just droning up 2 bases. My opponent, I kind of misjudged his build. I thought he was going for a full all-in, which he's not. But that's not what we're focusing on. What we're focusing on is how do I transition away from Mutalisk in this game. Because I want to get those Mutalisks out. I don't want him to come in. I could... Oh, and he gets in anyways. Okay, he gets in. Immediately position the queen in a way that he cannot get a good surround on it. Lings are kiting him here. Workers killed. 0 so far, right? This guy has like 20 links in my base, while I had 4 links or 8 links to defend, and he has not killed a single drone. Because queen is positioned properly, if he goes to the drones, my links immediately attack his links, so he cannot attack my drones, and we got the Mutalisks out. Opponent is ready. He is on 56 workers, he has spore crawlers up the wazoo, is spamming that defense, has defensive roaches ready, and is just rolling up, right? I mean, he now has a nice worker advantage because I over invested into defense, I cleaned the entire map, and he wants to get... he can't really leave his base now, only with burrow roaches. But that's gonna take a while as well. He delayed his lair for a long time, and he has a lot of drones because he invested into minerals, but his gas income is gonna take a while until he gets comfortable. So what do? We go back a little bit. I built my initial Mutalisk. In this time around I built 9 Mutalisks. I get Infestation Pit, the Hydra Den. Once the Hydra Den is done, I start the Lurker Den, and once Infestation Pit is done, any second, once I'm done fighting over here, I'm gonna start building Lurkers. My opponent is going for Infestors here, right? That's cute. Doesn't really accomplish much. But my goal is to transition to Lurkers as fast as I can. So the Hive is already on the way. So we opened 2 base Muta, had a couple defensive links, had Overlords on the map. Could have more Overlords here, so I can really notice him leaving. And he is now taking a 4th base. I have links ready with +1 melee upgrade, yes. That are I'm trying to keep him on 3 bases. I could try and send some banelings in here as well. That's also always really fun to do. And I'm now going for Lurkers as fast as I can because Lurkers are really strong. Lurkers are really strong defensively. He can't really attack me. If he attacks me, I have to defend against the attack with Ling Bane. But by rushing out the Lurker so fast, I kind of expected him to not attack me with Hydras before my Lurkers are out, which is also what's happening, right? I don't have a lot of lurkers, but it's very hard for him to beat my lurkers. And now, well, now I'm just rushing straight to the late game. Hive is there, Lurker then, getting the Lurker upgrades. Lurkers at my bases, so he can't attack. Spore Crawler in front of the Lurkers, so he cannot just send Overseers in to reveal them. He has to be very careful with the micro. He notices what he's up against, and now it's like, oh my god. So my opponent now has, even as a ground tech advantage. Not only did he rush out Mutalisk, he already has a Hive, Vipers, Lurker upgrades. And that's not going to be pretty. He kills my 5th base. I once again send Lynx in to kill his 4th base. He's getting ready for an attack here. And this looks like a very scary army, right? That's a lot of units that he has. I think I'm going to send the Lynx in any moment now. I think he actually attacks me here, yes. Does he? We're gonna see what happens if he does. I don't quite remember. But I have some offensive lurkers here attacking him. Struggling quite a bit. My links go in, just try to do damage to him, kill those queens, kill those drones. Very, very good, right? I have the Ling upgrades, I need to use those. Let's have a look what happened over here. 5 roaches and the Hydralisk trying to kill the base here that I sadly misplaced. Lurkers go in, swoop swoop, everything is dead, lurkers sleep again. Over here, same time, right, this is all happening at the same time. Mutalisk go in and try to take out my opponent's 4th base. And I'll stop focus firing the base and instead end up dying. Lurkers over here get into position. Need to throw down those blinding clouds. Oh. Not good enough, not good enough. I had too small of an army here. That was not a good engagement, Railgan. Fungal on my Vipers, killing those. Not a very happy place to be. Oh my god, and where am I morphing my lurkers here? That's criminal. He's killing all my lurkers while they're morphing. That's basically 6 lurker kills that he just got for free. He is on 3 bases only. I mean, this base technically exists. But that was a lot of kills that he got there. He's trying to find a hole in my defense right now. Lurkers get burrowed. He uses Microbial Shroud. First time for everything. Microbial Shroud versus Lurkers, and it's not very effective. Yep. Entire army got cleared. I still have a lot of lurkers. He's now reinforcing with Hydralisks in this game. Lurkers get into position. Low HP lurker gets burrowed first, so it doesn't immediately die, but a very bad engagement by me. What's happening as well on the other side, you're about to watch something truly beautiful as let's go slow-mo in a sec here. Slow motion. Lurkers. Click. Oh! All the drones are dead. Very beautiful. Then he eventually cleans that up. And that was nice. Like, you distract your opponent in one place, you attack him in another. You distract your opponent up here, you expand greedily along the bottom side. Always have to be very active. Lurkers get burrowed. My opponent is running out of juice here. He does not have the lurker count to contest my lurkers. He's running across the map here. Kind of a bit scary, but the army is not that big and not that scary, but it's scary that he is able to immediately run in there like that. So that's a quite nice supply count, but a lot of that is roaches. Lurkers go in, I defend, and defend. What are you doing, Lynx? With a roach. Yeah, he now has his own lurkers. Oh, a little bit of drama here. I have no overseers in the fight, neither does he though. Now I do, oh, the Hydra Lunk. struggle with that pronunciation. And we get a Chi-Chi. So I showed you guys half an hour. You saw the defense, how I survived playing 2-base Muta. You saw how I win Mutalisk fights, and you also saw how I transition away from Mutalisks. What I didn't show you is how I play Lingbane Mutalisk until my opponent dies. But if you want to see that, tell me. Thank you very much for watching.